Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. Reset.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one goes for 24 yards. QT, Charles, he didn't make his debut this year until week 4. Busted out with 11 catches in that win over Indianapolis. And now you got Will Fuller done for the year with a knee injury. He's a big part of this offense.
He certainly is, because he's quickly going to have to become one of those go-to guys for Deshaun Watson, and a guy that he can get the ball to pretty fast, because Will Fuller provided a lot of speed and flash and could work inside and outside. QT's going to work out of the slot mainly. Get it to him and let him go.
Come back. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second is Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 44 yards. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines, as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll go with Foreman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On 3rd and short to give it to tight end. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Akins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Kansas City set to get the football back, and allow me to go back to that Monday night game on November 19th, because that was one of the most talked about games in recent memory. 54-51. How fun was that?
It was a blast, and here's the best part. It was anticipated, that game, right? Think of the last time you anticipated a game that highly in the NFL. And those two put up.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He's got daylight. The 40. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down. Green 39. Green 39.
Watson on 1st down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On 1st and 10, Watson underneath for Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, these guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of this.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun, incomplete. Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate. You know, the bye weeks are now over, Charles, and if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington would be in first place this late into the year, and they're still hanging in there. But 2 teams that really jump out at me. How about the run the Indianapolis Colts are on right now? And how well Andrew Luck is playing the quarterback position. We don't talk about that.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kimball Fuller, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
They'll run it here with Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arrowhead after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing on third down, Watson, flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now a first down throw. Watson trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Z! Slow! Ace!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Ace!
They get it to him running left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before the break, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st down, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact the Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the 2nd time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden they're sitting atop the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans. And how strong.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good pick up there at 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Gets past 1 man. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. On second down, here's Mahomes. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Green 39. Green 39. Slow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. J.J. Watt with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now out comes Houston. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. To throw is Watson, and he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Richmond.
Throwing again is Watson. Rolling to his right. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Third and long, it's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a KC touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
And here comes the Texans now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On first down, it's Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On first and 10, Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D. Ford able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Richmond. Tiger. Down.
Now it's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Reset.
Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Tiger.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. A beautiful fake. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. And they'll run for it with Miller. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Allen Bailey in on the stop. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offensive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On third and long, it's Mahomes being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's fourth down. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson on first down. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down at the 28. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. A shotgun snap for Watson, and that's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And now it's third down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Ace, ace.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow. Z, 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 Z. Left, left, left.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And Hill running right through it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Richmond.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.